The Manila Clasico between Ginebra and Magnolia remains one of the marquee rivalries in the PBA, and that's regardless of the status both teams are in. Perhaps today, the match will be even more intense, especially with survival and moving on to prime positions in the playoffs are major concerns. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Smart Araneta Coliseum. We have another version of the Manila Clasico, and we're with Dr. J tonight. Should be a good one, Dr. J, given where the teams are right now.
It should be, especially there's a lot of fight in store for both squads, no? Especially, I think, for Magnolia. Right now, they're in limbo. This will be their 5th game. They only have 1 win and they have 3 losses. And you're going to only have 10 games in your group. 2 of these teams will not make it to the quarterfinals. And right now, with the victory of Rain or Shine earlier, plus where Phoenix is, those 2 teams are really looking good in Group B. They already have 4 wins apiece. You know, if Magnolia loses this one, they may have to win 4 of their next 5 games. Or
Which is not
even
easy,
3. Yeah, it's not. They would have to rely on other things, no. But for the Gin, it's the same thing. They don't want to lose because they'll be tied with Blackwater and just half a game ahead of Meralco. So it's tough road for the teams here in Group B, no?
Definitely so, Dr. J. And the last time around, Barangay Ginebra winning against Meralco 84-75. Meralco losing in the first game earlier tonight as well.
Yeah, and that's why Meralco now has a 3-game losing streak. Of course, bothered by injuries, but that's not something that you can complain. The game today, they had it controlled, but they couldn't score in the last 4.5 minutes. They only had 2 points, you know. So definitely, it's not working out for them. But Barangay Ginebra is beginning to try to get something going for themselves now, Seb.
Definitely so, Dr. J. And of course, when you talk about Barangay Ginebra and the role RJ Abarientos continues to play for this particular popular team, of course.
Well, he didn't have a very good start in this conference, but last game he was fantastic. And that's why they did beat Meralco because he had his best game so far for the conference. He was really hot from the very start. Look at his averages, only about close to 12 points. But all of a sudden in that ball game, 27 points on 59% shooting from a 34% shooting for the conference. Rebounds, assists, 3 and 3. That could be higher for him.
Yung assist, no, pwedeng mas more siguro, tama nga. And on the other side of the floor, Magnolia, they are in need of a win, Dr. J.
Yeah, they're in big problem right now. Last game, I thought that they also had a very good chance at winning. They were up by 1. But in the end game, you know, they allowed Mocon to beat them on a drive to the basket, you know, almost uncontested, and they lost by 1. They had even a chance to score in the last few seconds. They went to their import, who was rejected going to the basket. So, you know, they're another team that's really been struggling. Like I said, if they don't win this ball game, they're going to have to win 4 of the next 5 that will be remaining for them in this conference. No?
We will check their schedule in a short while as we sail along. But this game, and these are the hot shots gone cold in the course of the game.
You're looking about their import there, that's Buffett. He had a great first half and first 3 quarters, but 0 in the 4th quarter. So what can you say about this guy, you know? Can he play when the ball game is on the line, you know?
And that is the challenge when it's getting difficult, Dr. J.
Yeah.
It's not when it's easy. And these are players that are more or less the reliables. I agree with you. In that game against Rain or Shine, they had their chances.
Yeah, they had great chances, no? And Paul Lee again there. He was the one defending against Nokum, and obviously he was having a problem with him, no? Lucero, 15 points, but you know, he's been better than that. I think he really should lift his game. Tonight is going to be another test for him when he goes up against Japeth Aguilar. So good matchup there in the big man position. But Buffett, is a guy that they need very badly because of the fact that he always gets himself into foul trouble in the previous games.
That's so true. Eileen, let's try to catch up with a report from you, Eileen.
Good evening, Sir Seven, Doc J, and happy Clasico matapos matalo by a single possession in their last game. Ang aral na gusto ni Coach L.A. Tenorio matutunan ng kanyang koponan is finding ways to win down the stretch. Ika nga niya, it was very evident na hindi namin alam kung saan dadalhin ang bola, leaving their key players cold in that crucial fourth quarter. Dagdag niya, ang pinaka-obvious could have been the import, pero kailangan pa nila itong balansehin with the locals establishing more familiarity with this read and react system. Ang 21 turnovers daw nila ang patunay na tinatrabaho pa nila ito, but looking ahead to today's game, he wants to take the positive, saying, maganda ang naging depensa namin against rain or shine, limiting their output to below 100, pati ng efficiency to 38%. Aaron Fuller was the focus of that two-man defense, and today the same pressure defense is expected on RJ Abarientos and Riley Grigsby. Now let's go to our Coliseum announcer to meet our starting lineup.
Season draft from Angeles City, Pampanga, number 14, Stephen Holt. And also at guard is last PBA Commissioner's Cup best player of the conference from Naga City, number 4, RJ Abarientos. Head coach of Barangay Ginebra, Tim Cone. And now let's meet the starting five for your Magnolia Chicken Timplados Hotshots. At forward, the second-generation PBA player and a member of the 2018 All-Defensive Team, wearing jersey number 19, Rome De La Rosa. At center, providing a strong inside presence with his size, strength, and physical play, wearing number 23, Clifford Hopia. At forward is a member of the 2026 PBA All-Star North Champion Team, wearing jersey number 22, the Xavier Lucero. At guard, two-time Finals MVP, playing his 649th consecutive game, the Coffee Prince, number 14, Mark Barroca. And also at forward, bringing his versatility and strength, Magnolia's import, number 1, KJ Buffett. Head coach of Magnolia is L.A. Tenorio. Game officials are Peter Balao, Martin Montoya, Jeff Tantay, and Jason Vipnoso.
Balao, Montoya, Tantay, and Vipnoso are patrolling the beat tonight. They stood sneak peek at the starting lineups. Barroca playing in game number 649. That's consecutive games for Mark Barroca.
I think about, maybe 80, 90 games behind the record of L.A. Tenorio.
Yeah.
It take him more than a year. Will he still be playing in 2 years, you know?
Yung kay LA, natalo niya yung kay Alvin Patrimonio. I remember that night when the awarding happened. I remember that.
But, you know, I love LA and he's like a brother to me. No? I mean, he treats me like a brother. But he was also fortunate, as you see, the first three-point shot converted there, huh?
From Holt.
Yeah, and that's a good sign there for Barangay Ginebra. But I said, remember, in the COVID thing, remember, there were some games that hindi pinalaro ang Ginebra. And, you know, LA was a problem, but eventually he came back and he got to be able to play, you know?
Good story. Very inspiring, not giving up. De La Rosa is bottled up. Barroca zips it over to Lucero.
Also a good start. Iba talaga yung pag-Manila Clasico, eh, no? Pareho silang ganado at ready to play, no?
And this has become the classic, as we were discussing it with our producer, Randy Victoria. Simply because from the time, the 90s, when it was Ginebra, Pure Foods, and it's grown to be one of the rivalries. Big games of the PBA. That's outside. That'll be kept by Ginebra.
Oh, kahit magkapatid or sister team, as we say. No, this is important when there's a bragging rights.
Yun.
No? Eh, talang yung kasama nating Maguyan, eh, dahil siya nag-uumpisa ng Manila Classical yan.
But look at Norman Black used to say, yeah, sister, but we want to beat them.
Yeah, the same thing when you say Meralco TNT. Laban tayo yan.
Like on Tuesday, I'm assigned, I think, NLEX TNT. 5-3. What a win by TNT against San Miguel the other night.
Despite the fact na kulang-kulang rin yun.
Kulang-kulang din yun. Bafen short on that three-point ball landing in the hands of Abarientos. Oh, very slowly into his front court. Troy requesting for the ball. Who will he hand off to? Rigsby can't shoot. Japeth can. Bang!
Apologize kaagad dito si Hopia.
Nakalusot sa kanya.
At saka ginam shot siya. Same height yan. That's practically the same height of 6'9", no? Yung dalawang player niya.
What a generation of players, you know?
Coming up, yeah.
Oh.
You know, when in the past, we talk about 6'1", centro ka na.
Oh. Remember time, Bicoy Reynoso was centro. Jaworski was centro.
Paner.
Paner. Yep.
6-footer lang.
Yep, yep.
Pero the best.
Tres. Wow. Sorry. It was a 4. Lucero picked it up.
Libre si Brixby dun. And you know, he usually starts off with a nice, good 4-point shot.
Papagana, no?
Oo.
Papagana.
Pero libre siya. So it was a good attempt.
In the clear, Ginebra with a 4-point lead. 9:13 to go. We're just starting here. Buffin whips it in.
Yan talaga malakas siya going to the right naman. When he gets to the right, you know, he's really strong and good take-off for him. Opposite sila ni Brixby sa galaw, no, sa strong side.
Buffin averaging 26 points per ball game. There's the open shot. It won't bite this time. Rebound contested. Picked up from the floor.
And a foul there on Japeth Aguilar.
Yes, he acknowledges it. And Lucero grimacing in pain there.
Temporary lang yan. Ano lang yan eh, accidental yan. And it was not really that strong. Oh, we might have gotten him on the
elbow. Ito, another angle. Boom.
Pinuntahan ng ating doctor, si Lucero. Clearing the cobwebs a little bit.
Agiw. Alam mo, you're shaken up dyan eh.
Alam mo itong career nitong batang ito, he has had a lot of also accidents.
Sino ito
From UP all the way. Madaming games yan na.
And early on, Tim Cohn's arms are extended and stretched out. And that will see a lot of that probably here tonight. The pass
still
taken away by Abarientos, anticipating the passing lane. However, the whip around, they lose it.
Little too playful there.
Yeah. Careless in fact. Popia with a spin.
Very, very raw compared to the experience of Japeth Aguilar Siopia. But there is some upside there.
Yes.
Especially if you get a good teacher, big man like that, you can't go wrong.
And the game against Rain Michelle, he had several blocks actually.
Kaya mahaba siya. Saka, you know, when he gets underneath the basket, medyo power rin yan.
That's a 3. Doesn't want to circle in.
Dalawa na yung mintis niya from the outside. Itong si Riley.
Rigsby. Buffin looking inside. Into the corner we go to Lucero. Kicks it against the glass. And we are tied at 7.
Maganda umpisa niya. 5 puntos agad para kay Lucero, including a 3-point shot. So, baliwala yung nabangga sa kanya.
He's very athletic talaga.
Yeah. He's got a real big futures. Probably the best big man in the country in a couple of years.
Japeth trying to do a shake and bake against somebody as tall as him. He doesn't see that every day. And Grigsby, difficult swirling shot. No good.
Wala yung pectus. Hindi naka-spin.
Ano?
Yeah. By using Hopia, he allows Lucero to play like the 4 position.
Yeah.
But he can also spot out on the outside. Oh, nice move.
May sabit na foul.
Ang laki ng lineup na yan. You're talking about Hopia at 6'9", Lucero about 6'8", and then you have your import at 6'6". No? So, it's a big lineup. That's a big forward lineup. Tapos your shooting guard is De La Rosa, who's almost close to 6'3", no? So malaki talaga lineup yan. Last game ba hindi rin nag-umpisa si Lastimosa? I'm not sure kasi hindi rin nag-umpisa. So Elias made that changes. No, Lastimosa only played 23 minutes in that last game. He didn't even play in the end game. Barroca missed a lot of shots in the end game. No, even though he had a good evening of 11 points.
Buffin making 2 charities.
Ilan na siya? 7? 4 points.
And prior to tonight, he was only 60% from the free throw line. In the meantime, Holt lobs it high to Rosario. Here's the familiar triangle.
Nice pass.
Yes.
Money. Second 3-point shot for Stephen Holt.
And that is now going to give Ginebra a 1-point lead at this point. 6:34 remaining.
8 na ginagawa dito ni Holt.
Exactly. 8 of the 10.
Open shot.
No. And the rebound. Lucero.
Ang laki ng lineup niya. Saka you allow him to play the power forward. Parating may mismatch range siya. Dahil malaki siya eh.
Mahaba pa.
And he's a younger player and a leaper.
Minsan yung malaki, patapos mahaba pa.
Oh, nice pass.
Ooh.
Pinapasahan si
Tantay.
si Jeff Tantay.
Na hindi naman.
Nagulat pa si Jeff.
Oh.
Walang tao ron.
As we check out this 3-point shot, hatid sa inyo ng Arena Plus Sportsbook.
So early substitution dito. Alisin na si Barroca. Papasok si Lastimosa.
Yeah, you're right.
At saka si Sanggalang. So still big yan. Even though pinahinga mo si Opia, si Lucero na magsisentro, Sanggalang power forward nila.
Had a
Still
good
6-7. Yeah, good
second
game.
half. Second half against the rain or shine.
Did you cover that?
No.
I thought you did.
I was watching it on the RPTV YouTube channel. Sanggalang.
Just loves that left hand.
That's Magoo and
Yung
Coach
left-
Ryan yata. Okay.
Yeah, I remember. Yung left hand na yun, naalala ko kasi si Alex Ayala is left-handed.
Yes.
Just like my favorite tennis player of all time, si Rafael Nadal.
Mga kaliwete talaga.
Talagang even John McEnroe, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Kaliwete rin.
Oh. Miss his antics though.
Kaya nahihirapan niya sila eh. Totoo yun.
Oo naman.
Stepping on the line there against Buffin.
Just quickly, as Martina Navratilova said, the lefties do lefty stuff. But we take a look at this before we glide into a timeout. Paul with a good start, already with 11.
Live pa rin tayo dito sa Smart Araneta Coliseum para sa tapatang Ginebra at Magnolia. Tabla pa rin ang talaan 13 for both teams. At kahit na ipanalo ng Barangay Ginebra ang kanilang huling laro kontra Meralco, patuloy pa rin silang naghahanap ng paraan kung paano mas mapapaganda ang kanilang sistema na tinatakbo. Ang turo nga ni Coach Richard Del Rosario ay ang kanilang rebounding, saying hindi daw sila pwedeng mag-rely sa iilang individuals na kumuha nito. They have to collectively be aggressive in battling for the boards, lalo na kung titira sila from the perimeter. Offensively, na-appreciate niya na mas balanse na ang inside-outside game ng Gins in their last outing, pati na rin ang pagbaba ng points in the paint ng Meralco to 40 versus their average of 50 prior to their last game. So against Magnolia, inaasahan niyang it is the same ball movement and interior defense na kanilang ipapakita as they try to address their consistency when it comes to winning back-to-back games. Back to you, Sir 7, Doc J.
Thank you very much, Eileen J. In the meantime, Riley Richby with a drive on the left side.
His first basket after 3 misses, no?
Glad you could join us here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum for the Classico tonight. Here's Lastimosa scanning the horizon. Lucero directing traffic, a lot of shoving, jostling inside. Shot clock to reduce to 3. Here's Lastimosa. He's jammed. Lucero has to release. No.
No choice at that point.
Not exactly best in rhythm shot.
It was challenge.
Under duress. What? Barrientos sidestep.
Parang komportable siya nung kalaban niya si Lastimosa. Matagal rin naglaban ito sa UAAP. Adamson at saka FPU. Pero yung step back ni Barrientos, ang gandang panoorin, no?
Napakaswabe. Barrientos with his first pair of points. Here's Buffin, top of the keyhole. Holt watching him closely. Runner. No. He gets his own miss. Cleans up the mess.
Yan ang importante sa kanya, that he be strong when he gets those offensive rebounds and finishes strong at the basket.
Para wala nang kumontra, no?
Kasi na-block yung kanyang huling tira, no? A winning drive to the basket. Japeth Aguilar has 4 points in the ball game right now.
Japeth will get a +1 after being fouled.
My Japeth still has a lot of game. Ang problema na lang yung stamina niya. Because we continue to see him, hold on to his sides. You can see that he gets visibly tired much quicker than he did before. No? So it will also take time. Lose some weight and maybe get your stamina going for the if you get into the playoffs.
Kasi pagka kuminsan galing ang injury.
Wala naman sila kasing big man na of this caliber on that team.
Kasi di ba, Dr. J, pagka may injured ka, hindi ka maka-workout.
Of course. Especially if your legs are the one that got injured. And nice drive, nabawi si Lastimosa.
Right in the heart of the defense of Ginebra.
And one pa siya coming. He's due for a big game actually. Ito si bawi siya kay RJ dito.
Naisahan mo ako kanina, ha? In the meantime, Isaac Go makes his first appearance, giving Japeth a rest here.
Well, pwede na yun. 8.5 minutes sa pala of playing time na pinakita ni Japeth. And he ran actually back, so he wasn't beating hard or anything.
Hindi limping back, no? In the meantime, Ginebra with a slight lead, 20-18. Lastimosa completing the three-point play. Errant pass.
Second turnover na yan ni RJ.
Lastimosa, Riley switching over. Buffett driving hard against 3 defenders, loses the possession.
He covered his right side. So when he was going back to the left, hirap na siya.
Puhul siya. Barrientos, top of the keyhole area.
Using the screen properly.
And they swing it to the left side. Holt, who has so far 11 of the early points of Ginebra, misses that shot, however.
Well, trying to fish for a foul there. No calls were made.
And we're breezing by in this first quarter, down to 2:42 already. Full tight pass by Santalam to Lucero.
Lucero, parang important. 9 points already in the ball game.
9-20. And we are tied at 20, which is our 4th standoff. Open, Barrientos triple, no connection.
Buffett.
Lastimosa using the screen. Lucero trying to post up. They get it to him. Shot clock reduced to 8. Buffin will have to make a move. He gives it to Lucero, wide open.
In and out. But good play there.
Good look.
Yeah.
150 to go.
Ito si Riley's got to do a little bit more now. They need his scoring.
Yeah, just 2 points up to this juncture.
First game nito, 42 kagad ang ginawa nito. Libre si...
No. Ball is loose. And here comes... Blocking foul. Unestablished position.
Hindi, tsaka parang nasa loob. Tingnan natin. Pero medyo nasaktan sila si Moso doon dahil he got it in the basket.
As we will slide into a timeout, we'll check that.
Tama ka, gumagalaw pa rin.
Ito, isa bang view. We will take a short break at 1:27 to go here in the first. Cortez was the performance of Holt last time around, and he's already up the ante on this one here in this game, because here he already has 11 of the first 20 points of Ginebra.
Oh, pare, pag pumapasok yung kanyang 3-point shot, talaga mabigat yan. And he always tries to shoot a 3-point shot in the first quarter. Parang sizing himself up. Okay ba ako ngayong gabi? Okay ba ako dito sa outside?
The players seem to call it sinusukat di ba?
Ay, basta sabihin mo sa conversion, dahil yung kanyang tira nun, nakapasok sila sa semis, natanggal yung conversion. Ano na yun?
Sukat na sukat. In the meantime, back to the action. 1:25 to go. Lastimosa is up and about. Buffin thinking about it. Some traffic there. Here's Lucero back to the Buffin on the left flank. Driving against
Good
Rosario.
back shot. Oh! Back shot. Kitang-kita mo, ibabanda niya eh.
Rosario was all over him in that play. 8 points by Buffin.
8 points. So, dalawa sila ni Lucero ang nagdadala ng kanilang kuponan dito.
Yes. Lucero with 9. This is a drive that works. And he has 4 points. And possibly one more as he will visit the free throw line. It will not work.
22 all tayo. Under a minute left in this first quarter.
Grigsby prior to tonight, 72% from the free throw line.
Si Chris Coons sa pangkaliwete.
Yo. Napag-uusapan naman kaliwete, no?
Kaya meron ako ganda pass. Hindi naman nakataw.
Good move!
Balangka.
Kapus.
Hindi, inabot ng 24-second shot lang.
Kinapus. Pinto. Runner. That will not connect, but there was a whistle that indicated a foul.
Balik sa free throw line itong si Riley. Missed the extra bonus shot on the 3-point play. See if he can make up here with these 2 free throws.
I was beginning to talk about his free throw shooting before tonight. 18 of 25. And some changes on the Ginebra side of the floor. Rosario replaced by Ku.
Poli coming in for the first time, replacing Lucero. Tama yan sa last shot most probably in 23.2 seconds. Have a good offensive player and give Lucero all this stress kasama nung timeout. No? Kasama nung in-between quarter break.
The import break.
Nakabawi na ng free throw itong si Riley.
Grigsby. Second free throw. Likewise good. Abis is the other one who is on the floor. Ginebra has a slight lead. Ku will now formally...
Baka alisin niya si Grigsby because they have 1 foul to give.
Yeah. At saka kanina nag-free throw si Grigsby.
Tsaka ayaw mong siya bibigay ng foul. Bumili ka na ng local dyan mamigay. You can ask Go to do that. You can ask Ku to do that.
Nice twirl. Open. Here is the attempt. Cool. Today.
Chris Cool. Masakit yun.
And that will give Magnolia probably, unless Pinto cans this. That's why I hold that back number thing. And at the end of the first 12 minutes of play, Magnolia emerges above the water, but slightly at that, here in the Classico with a 25-24 lead. Brett Tenorio won all PBA titles with Tim Cone as head coach and their head-to-head record.
Ang daming nila pinagsamahan.
Oh,
Mula pala sa Alaska, napag-champion na rin ni LA yan para kay Tim Cone. Tapos nagkasama sila, di ba, sa Ginebra as a coach and a player.
and that's why he also uses LA's Gilas.
Alam mo si LA, nung panahon niyang kagalingan yan, pagdating ng fourth quarter yan, dapat mong bantayan.
Oh,
Dahil pag
kanya-
yan bumitaw, patay ka diyan.
I remember one UAAP game, Ateneo against Adamson. They single-handedly got Ateneo back in business, and it was a game where Larry Conacher could not play anymore.
Ayun, nagkasama rin sila sa Alaska noon, yung
Yeah.
champion yun.
Oh, look at that! Almost, but not quite.
Sayang yung drive ni Lastimosa.
What's your assessment of the first quarter, Dr. Joe?
Enough shooting percentage. Limited ang scoring ng some of the players that you expect. But nice pass.
And there's arm contact underneath.
Swerte siguro because that pass was a little tight for him. Go, you know, you like to get him into good position because he knows how to maneuver with his pivoting there around the shaded area. Pero yung malalim, that's not his move.
Deep under the...
He also has nice medium-range jump shot.
that shot will not find its mark,
Another
though.
good rebound there by itong leaping Chris Kuhn.
Yes, Gray with the miss. First time on the floor for Gray. Kuhn hit a shot early on the other end. Lastimosa running the show. He's at the helm right now. Kick outside. Here is a 4. No. Abbas picks it up. First minute of play here in the second quarter. Cool. Abbas. Gray. Talagang second unit ito for Team Kona, ano ha?
Oo, pati import nakaupo.
Pati point guard. West Gray drops it. Giving Ginebra back the lead.
Ang magandang balik nito para sa Ginebra. Started off very slowly coming from the injury, pero lately has been very good in contributing with his scoring punch.
It's the energy off the bench. Para sa
Saka, natutuwa na siya.
Paulie with a 4. No bite. Rebound claimed by Go after being tapped to him by Pinto. Hart slows it down. Kuhn confronts him. Open shot. No. Didn't get a friendly bounce. Battle underneath. It'll go the other way. Riley Grigsby will return. Isaac Go will hit the bench anew. 3-point shot. Brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook.
Sina-challenge yata yung yung possession ni Coach Tim Cone. So early challenge on his part here, but he might have felt he got it right. Galit si Richard Del Rosario kay Montoya.
The meantime, head coach challenge brought to you by Arena Plus, the official game partner of the PBA and the number one sportsbook in the Philippines.
Baliktad ito
Oh, bakit?
si Tim Cone na umawat kay Richard. Usually si Tim na nagagalit, si Richard ang taga-awat. Ito baliktad.
Sabi siguro nito, ibahin natin. Ito na yun. Maiba. Para may pag-usapan si Seb at si Dr. J.
Ang huling nakahawak ng bola ay si Maya Gray. Therefore, the challenge of Ginebra is not successful.
Not successful.
Substitution for Magnolia.
So no more challenges left for Barangay Ginebra Kings for the game. Kita naman no? Siguro hindi nila nakita yung last touch na yun.
Yeah. And they have not moved on from that last play. They're still thinking about it on the bench. In the meantime, Cone. Lucero. Lastimosa. Open shot on its way. No. If I'm not mistaken, that's is that Andrada?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yung three-point, you can Andrade and taga Sambeda and three-point shooter. Power forward, small forward position.
Usong-uso
6-3.
Sumuso yung mga malalaki. Tumitira na ng malalayo. And Abis drops it from right flank.
Nakursunadahan talaga ng team ng laro nitong si Abis.
Kasi masipag din sa depensa eh.
And, you know, tough guy. It's almost like the guy that's injured right now for them, si David.
Oo.
Siya rin na nagbigay ng big break sa kay David. And the guy's been responding well also. Itong si Abis.
Toss up that time by Kuhn. Found no basket but got a foul in the effort.
Yan, pag pinapunta mo sa kaliwa, yun talaga strong side niya. Pag, he has to learn how to go to the right.
Yeah.
But you talk, I want to go back to
Go,
that
go,
left.
go.
Okay. You talk about Manny Pacquiao, hindi ba?
Yeah.
But for me, the one that put the Philippines really on the map that's left-handed, yung ating how many time world champion, Paeng Nepomuceno
That's also true.
ng
And
bowling.
the first guy who fought here in the Araneta Coliseum, Flash
Si
Elorde,
Flash Elorde.
who won against Harold Gomes on that first night here.
1960 yata
That's
yun.
correct. And
Pero yung mga gano'n, alam ni Kinito dahil mahilig talaga sa boxing yun.
huwag mo pa umpisahan yun, parang gripo yun. Alam mo naman yun.
Wala pa eh.
At saka napaka soft-spoken. In the meantime, back to Grigsby. Outside, Koo! There's excitement when Koo is open for a three. Just can't nail it all the time, but he'll keep shooting. 8:45 remaining in the first half. Lee. Lucero finds a way to score on the spin.
If he perfects that, he'll really have to stop kasi ang bilis ng ikot niya and release of the ball after the pass on the pick and roll. No?
Play of the half brought to you by Sports Plus and Paul Lee with complete confidence in the skills of Lucero to make the basket here off a difficult pass. Watch this. Whoa!
First player yata in double figures ito or second player. No?
Malamang first.
For Magnolia is the first.
Yeah.
Kasi sa kabila yata si Holt sa 11 na
11 kasi puro 3 yung binitawan ng first quarter of play. Here's Koo in the keyhole area. Watched by Kuhn. Riley Grigsby, smothered, follow up, no. Follow up, no. Ball is loose, here comes Magnolia. Here comes Paul Lee into his front court, waits for the rest of the gang. Nice toss, one-handed catch.
Besta siya kay Paul Lee. Dalawang assist na si Paul Lee kay Lucero. And one-handed shot yun. Pagtanggap, tinira na agad.
Diretso, walang dribble, one direction.
3-point lead para sa Hotshots.
And Lucero already with 14 points. Pastimosa looking left, looking right. Here's the attack, the stretch. Who lost his balance? Nice cut to the basket. That'll work. Abis.
4 points na in the ball game ito si Abis. Pero he's got nice height. Medyo maganda ang kanyang height.
Parang bagay sa pro game, ano? Yung body.
Tapos tuturo pa sa iyo yung mga maestro ng mga coaches. No?
Yes. Nice pass inside. Oh, yes! Pastimosa with a tipsy-do underneath.
3 assist na si Paulie dito sa quarter na ito.
Dalawa kay Lucero, isa kay Lastimosa. Pinto says, anybody cutting? Here's Gray. Back to Pinto.
Ay, nice drive.
Yes, that'll work. Naghahanap pa ng foul.
Medyo sumabit talaga yun. Na-let go na lang yun, pero sumabit yung help defense dun.
Magnolia hangs on to a 1-point lead as we continue to move briskly here. 6:38 remaining. Koo sends it to the side. Lastimosa. And Lucero with that two-man game on the left side. Lastimosa stepped back. A little
traveling yan. Hindi pwede yan. Yung underneath the shot yan. Yung pivot mo, in-establish mo, tapos nilip mo. Si Buffett bumalik para kay Andrada. Si Paulie medyo magpapahinga na yata.
Tama ka, Doctor.
Si Alfaro para kay Lastimosa. At saka itong sino ito isa?
Barroca, bumalik.
Barroca para kay Paulie.
Yeah, si Alfaro.
Paulie, great adjustment. He's not going to be a 30-point scorer anymore. but look at the things that he does because he knows, umidad na siya eh.
Good
So,
point.
pasa ako ng pasa. Ako nagkikreate.
Oh, corner flip. Hold with a spectacular first half so far. 14.
14 na.
Barroca, 14. He's on 14 here.
Ganda nun. Mismatch.
Willie Hernandez used to love that when Freddie Webb was on Martinez. Player number 14 for a while, yun eh. 36-34 count, or tally, yes count, and 5:39 to go. Fault. Riley Grigsby inside, touch passing. What happened?
Push from behind.
Si Japeth ba?
Hindi, si ano yun.
Si Ku.
Keku. Third personal foul already.
Yeah. With 5:32 remaining, we will pause for this timeout. It's a 2-point lead by Ginebra. Welcome back to the Sport Araneta Coliseum. Don't forget, Alex Yala, our tennis sensation, is on to the finals of the Mubadala City DC Open, becoming the first Filipina to reach a WTA 500 singles finale. Don't miss this historic championship versus Jessica Pegula of the United States, August 3, live at 12 a.m. on Premier Sports 2, available on Signal Channel 273 HD and streaming on Signal Play.
Si Jessica Pegula is, I think, number 3 or number 4 in the world. I always watch that.
Yeah.
I watch her a lot. She made her name. Daan-daan yan eh. You know, and she's been always big fighter. She's the daughter of the owner of the Buffalo Bills.
Whoa.
Yeah, the American worth 6 billion.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yun lang naman.
but she's very good at the baseline. Pero Alex has just been terrific with the return.
Oo.
You know, I saw the
Saka yung mga angulo niya, no?
Yeah, she's really, really strong and very confident with her game now, no?
Laki ng confidence since this season. In the meantime, there's a swap shot. Here's a quick release.
Left-handed shot.
Paborito ni Sanggalang.
Another
And
follow-up.
back in with a cleanup.
Ayun ang hinahanap ni Coach L.A. yan. Be like a power forward at times, not only taking outside shots or driving. Get the offensive rebounds and put it back in. No?
Here's Riley Grigsby. He's bottled up.
Open
Here's
shot.
an open go for 3. He's missed 3 attempts. Huh?
Hindi pa tumatama yung 3-point shot niya. Puro open yun. No? Paborito ni Kuyan.
Ball is knocked loose, but to be kept by Magnolia. The shot clock reads 13 with 4:38 remaining in our second quarter. Yung return of serve ni Alex malakas na eh.
Yeah, lalo na yan pag na perfect niya. Medyo, not perfect, but be very strong with the service.
Exactly.
Naku, maraming pahihirapan yan.
Lucero,
Pinahirapan na ni Lucero ang Ginebra.
And he has registered 17.
He might have over 20 in the first half, the way he's going. With 4 minutes and 16 seconds to go.
Babalik nila ang bola dyan. Siguro almost sure eh, no? Cool. Top of the keyhole area. Here is Japeth. Here is Holt. Barroca's pursuing in the ball. Lost on the floor. The big man grappled with it. It'll stay there on that side of the hardcourt.
0.2 of a second na lamang yan. Wala yan eh. Can't even touch and shoot. Yeah. So just protect the basket. The minute they touch it, halos mababasa rin eh. Kung sa labas ipapasa yan.
Simultaneous na yan eh. Pong.
Ayan, wala na yun. Not counted na yun.
And as Dr. J pointed out, officially a 24-second violation has been slapped against Ginebra. 39-36 Magnolia with a 3-point lead in this very close and tight version of the Classical, this 2026 here in the Governor's Cup.
They need Rosario back in the ball game, giving Ku enough playing time. They can use him again in the second half, you know. He might get his shot back.
Tatama, confident sila, tatama yan eventually. 39-36 ang score po natin. So si Buffin, binigay kay Lucero. Look at him create room and he has 19 points.
Malapit na doon sa 20.
Oo nga.
But yung adjustment talaga ni Coach LA using 3 big men, that's really helped their team, especially undersize sa Ginebra dahil kulang sa malaki ang Ginebra.
Si Japeth lang halos yung malaki dyan. You know, in the meantime, Barroca is called for the foul. Magnolia limiting its team fouls to 2 so far with 3:33 remaining.
Playing good defense pa yun. But because they're big, you know, they can
size.
cover the interior.
They have wingspan. Here's Riley looking inside. Tapped by Lucero. Fall away. No. Collected by Ian Sangalang. That's 4 boards for Sangalang so far. Crossover by Mark Barroca. Outside. They go. He jab steps. Looks good.
Oh!
And Buffin has given them an 8-point lead with 3:02 remaining. Watch this. Swish. And Buffin now with 13. Back in a moment. Last time around against Rain or Shine, Xavier Lucero erupting for 15 in a double-double game. And tonight, he's off to a more auspicious start already with 19 points in this first half.
Yeah. Very high siguro ang player efficiency nito. I mean, everything that he's doing seems to be right. The roll and the finish and the N1. May araw talaga pag-gising mo, everything's right. Eh.
Swak lang.
I mean, players seems to be well prepared for the match. No?
May mga araw naman pag-gising mo.
Wala kang tamaan.
Daming sira sa bahay. Kasi pag umuulan, yung mga butas biglang nagiging problema.
Siyempre.
And it's a 10-0 run by the Hotshots. Open. That run is snapped now with that follow-up.
Ginawa naman ni team ko. Tatlo rin malaki ang gagamitin ko na at least I know Japeth and Troy Rosario can play on the level of their big man, no? Together with my import. No?
Each side posting up a huge fence on their front lines. In the meantime, open 4.
Nako, yan ang tira niya. Si Alfaro. Another Bedan.
And now the biggest lead of Magnolia has been posted, a 10-pointer. Japeth thought about it. Abarientos swings it over to Holt.
Sabi ni Holt, I think I should pass out some of my shooting to my teammates also.
He has
Because
17.
he's hot, ha?
Very hot.
Siya pwede rin mabot ng 20 dito sa Persap.
11 in the first quarter of play, adding 6 more here. 1:35 remaining. He fires again. Not this time, though. And Alfaro gets the board.
Could have shown a little bit more patience there. But, you know, you're hot. Eh. Oh, open na naman ito.
Tres.
Talagang lagpas 20, ha, partner.
Sakto.
22 na.
Sakto ka, Dr. J. Tansya mo nga, may sukli pa. May sukli pa.
Hindi pa tapos, may 1 minute pa.
Baka may bonus. In the meantime, Abarientos pops from left quarter.
Yeah, good shot. You gotta keep on staying there because the other team is hot, you know. But second half could be something completely different when you adjust your defense.
Lucero matching his number with his production. 22-22.
Pambuong game na yan sa ibang tao.
Oh, downstairs. We go to Sanggalang bottom up. That's a tough pass to field. He ended up stepping on the corner.
Yung kitang-kita niyo. Muntik pa pumasok yung tira ni Lucero. So what? 35.6 seconds. Maybe 2 offensive plays for us. May foul to give yung Magnolia. Marami.
Oo nga. Tatlo lang. Ilan ba sila? Dalawa lang.
Dalawa lang. They have 3 to give. But they don't have to give it early. Yan, trinap nila.
Ball is pried loose.
Nasundutan tuloy. Now you go for the last shot.
With having to use a foul.
Meron na foul to give ang Ginebra. Dalawa rin.
Barroca attacks. Decides to drop it and they score!
What great execution by Magnolia.
They're almost flawless here this first half.
Great execution lahat.
And this biggest lead of 10 has been repeated, and it will be the gap that Ginebra will have to work against when the third quarter starts. Magnolia with a blistering classical pace, leading at the end of the first half, 53-43. Lead of Magnolia was established twice in the first half of play, and they're shooting at such a scintillating clip, Dr. J, from almost all sectors of the floor, with Lucero and the import conniving.
Yeah, since you mentioned that they shot 57% from the field compared to 43% for Barangay Ginebra. But, you know, if you look at all the other numbers, it's been quite close. The big difference, there are two guys in double figures for the Magnolia Hotshots. Talk about this. 42% shooting from three-point territory. Ginebra is 40%. But Magnolia has one 4-point shot. So nag-indicate yung labanan doon sa outside. 20 rebounds, however, for Magnolia. A couple of offensive rebounds by Buffen and the putback. Starter points, look at that. Very close. +1 lamang ang lamang because of the great play of Holt. Pero points in the paint, murder. +12 ang Magnolia over Barangay Ginebra.
There were two passes by Paul Lee to Lucero at close range, which were baskets in the paint. Lucero and Buffen conniving with 22 and 13 respectively.
Tapos yun, meron kang Kunz at Lastimoso na nagbigay ng 5. Hindi pa nga dyan, wala ka pa nga dyan nakikita na yung puntos ni Barroca at taka ni Paul Lee. Pero sa kabila naman si Holt 17. Pero si Riley 6 points pa lamang. Japeth Aguilar 5 in the first quarter. RJ Abarientos also in the first quarter 4 points lamang. Kulang na kulang ang local point production.
Si Holt minsan lang nagmintis.
Yung bandang huli pa, pilit pa no?
And therefore, the onus and the weight will be on Ginebra to AUG come back here in the Classico, but take nothing away from what the Magnolia has done. And this rivalry has been here for a very, very long time, Dr. J.
Yeah, tingnan mo pa nga yan, sila Mark Barroca, Scotty Thompson na ito eh. By the way, si Scotty Thompson has a little hamstring injury, pero babalik pa rin yan. Baka makahabol pa sa gilas yan. Sabi sa akin ni Olsen Rosella kanina. Alvin Patrimonio, James Yap for the Magnolia Hotshots. You know, Alvin played his whole career with the with that franchise, no?
And the only franchise he ever played for, and of course the captain.
Pinanonood ko sa YouTube, nagulat ako,
Ah.
59 years old na pala yan, pero still playing. I saw, yeah, but 59 years old na pala ito si Alvin. That seems so short a time ago that I was watching him really just take over the whole Philippine basketball scene. No?
Alam mo, about 6 or 7 years ago, nakilaro ako sa kanila. Pick-up game, Ronnie Magsano added me. Wala, tikalabas ako ng bola. And then, Alvin Patrimonio said to me on the floor, pick, please, pick. Alam mo sino babanggain ko? Alvin Teng. Tanggal ako. Tanggal ako.
Robocop.
Nakangiti pa sa akin si Alvin.
Baka Jerote, pwede pa wag Alvin. O, sino ito mga ito?
Ito.
Ang bisita natin.
Diba?
Ba?
Yan ang hairdo.
Oo, Tomahawk. Diba?
Oo nga.
Tomahawk. Mohawk.
Mohawk.
Oo.
Okay. If you're Ginebra, ano mga napag-usapan, Dr.
Well,
J?
the first thing you have to do is you have to pay attention to the movement of their ball. Tapos the outside shooting of Lucero is just killing them. The inside rebounding ni Buffett has created some good points for himself. So medyo hanapin nyo naman yan. And they're starting again with big men itong Magnolia. Yung 3 bigs nila are working well for them. No? Kasama si Hopia ngayon.
Yes, who started in this game. Hopia switching over to Riley Grigsby. Grigsby chewed up the defense there. Cuts it down to 8, excuse me.
Pangilan niya, 6 na puntos pa lang o 8 na. 8 na.
Tagal bago niya naka-score ng first 2 niya.
Yung 3 mintis niya kasi umpisa from the outside.
Buffin free for 3. Drains it. 16 points.
Metro, ba't ngayong araw ko pa nagpuputok ng ganyan?
Nung isang araw hindi ka ganyan.
Lalo na nung fourth quarter, missing siya.
Japeth digs in deep. Called for the offensive foul.
And remember, he never used their challenge early, no? Although you cannot challenge that, but they used their challenge early, so wala na silang challenges.
Yeah, for a possession
Ito,
issue.
diniin niya ng kanan eh. Yan ang kaliwang balikat niya pala, I'm sorry. He never has to make some stops para for them to get some momentum going with their offensive game.
Barroca confronted by Japeth. Here's Buffin. Outside he goes. Could have been traveling there.
He could have been. That was traveling na hindi tinawagan na referee. And they missed that. Miss it badly.
And Tim is all over
Yeah, I mean,
the referee. On
what are you watching? What game are you watching?
Inbound. Lucero, not this girl.
One of his few misses. Kung kailan madali pa. Halos iaabot na lang eh, di ba? And that's gonna be a foul on Rosero. Good call.
Troy Rosario getting that foul from Lucero. Lucero with his first foul of this game. 10:46 to go in the third. As we mentioned, the 10-point lead earlier. Biggest lead in the first half was established twice. Abarrientos with a stutter step. Japeth trying to get going. That short step won't go, and Hopia gets the rebound.
Yeah, they clamp down on Japeth on the inside. And Hopia is quite long also.
Yes, he is.
Haba rin ang kanyang mga arms. So he bothers your vision.
2 rebounds already for the tall guy. Here's Lucero stooping down low, puts his head down, can't elevate. Goes to Barroca, runner.
Yan tinatawag na binit-bit. Yan tira ni James Yap eh. Pero kay James Yap, inaasinta pa eh.
Medyo upo pa sa ere.
Oo.
Here's Abarrientos from 15. Doesn't get the friendly bounce. Lucero claims the rebound.
Rebound ni Lucero.
5 siguro. 5.
Tama ka, partner.
Kasi sabi ni Roy kanina, 4 eh. Nagbibilang lang. Oy, hindi masok yun. And from behind, Buffin committed the foul against Rosario.
Yun ang mga dapat ina-avoid niya eh. Because that's what his second personal foul. In the games that he has had to sit down, he has 4 fouls, 5 fouls. Even a game, he fouled out, you know. Yung mga ganyan eh. Kung hindi mo rin maaagaw, bigay mo na, hindi ba? Baba na lang kayo, malaki naman lamang
May
yun.
not be worth it, you know.
Yeah, it's not worth the gamble.
And again, just to reiterate the point of Dr. J.S. Riley Grigsby attacks, Very important game, especially for Magnolia here, Dr. J.
Yeah, more than Ginebra. But of course, with Ginebra, if they win, mas malakas ang chances nila. Dahil yung grupo nila may dalawa na may apat na panalo eh.
Oh, Rain or Shine.
Rain or
and
Shine
Phoenix.
is 4-2 and Phoenix is 4-1. Phoenix has a game for Black against Blackwater. Pag nanalo pa sila dun, one of these few teams, Meralco, Magnolia, wherever, or Ginebra will go out eh.
Here's Riley Grisby in the corner. Earlier tonight, we had Rain or Shine winning against Meralco.
They have a 4-game winning streak, but nobody is hotter than the NLEX Road Warriors.
5.
Yeah, 5-0. And they seem to be very happy playing. Jimmy has done a great job of mixing up his players and
Yeah.
really trusting a lot of guys that were not seeing action in the previous conference.
4 guys, usually are 3 to 4 are in double figures, aside from bowling.
Yeah, well, that guy is something else.
Yeah.
And Japeth Aguilar, last game ba ito against Meralco, 7 points, 3 rebounds in 27 minutes. Can't be like that, right? 6'9", 6'10".
Tonight, so far, only
Okay
6.
naman siya. Okay naman siya. Much better. But he's also having problems with the big fellow defending against him.
It's not every day he sees somebody a little taller than him.
Or
Perhaps.
just about his size. No?
Yeah.
And younger, of course. So medyo nakakatalon rin yun.
Nice fake.
Oh,
But
good
he's caught.
block.
Turn
Another
around.
block.
And the rebound battle results in a foul.
Oh.
Si Riley ba? No, it's on Japeth Aguilar.
Pangatlo na yun. So free throw shots coming up. Buffett. Anong tawag mo dito kay Buffett? Anong kalom mo?
Kala parang yung gamot.
Ang gamot?
Di ba?
Buffering. O Buffet.
Yun, mas master ko yun. 26 points on the average, 13 rebounds, 4 assists. Before tonight, 60% from the free throw line. Totoo pa rin ba yun, Doc, na pag ang import, hindi masyado magaling mag-free throw. Pagkatapos ng stint dito, gumagaling pa rin.
Well, especially if they play a long time here.
Yeah.
In other words, katulad ni Sean Chambers, pabalik-balik. Katulad ni Norman, noong umpisa, hindi maganda talaga mag-free throw yan. Pero natututo.
Oo naman.
So yung mga ganon, pag tumagal ka, eh syempre punta ka ng punta doon. Eh, para na ikaw rin sa practice, araw-araw ka rin nag-i-ensayo noon.
Alam mo nung kung ating late friend, si parang Joe Cantata, hindi tinitigilan si Norman doon sa free throw. Eh, di ba?
Binibiro niya talaga.
Eileen, let's go to you.
Sir 7, Doc J, according to Coach Richard Del Rosario, it is their miscommunication on defense that led to the 10-0 run for Magnolia, creating the much-needed cushion at the half for their opponent. Ika nga ni Coach Richard Del Rosario, we are not alert at hindi nakatulong na may imbalance na naman sa opensa with us prioritizing the three-pointers over going to the rim. Nakadagdag rin sa kanilang concern is Zave Lucero, who Coach Chard claims they are losing on transition. Kaya naman ang call to action niya this second half is get on the same page, especially on defense. Para naman sa Magnolia, they credited the defensive intensity of Zave on Riley, pati na si Lastimosa and Mark on the guards. Ika nga ni Coach Juno Sauler, that was the key to limiting them to 19 points in the second quarter. Kaya naman to maintain that lead offensively, the ask is better execution. Wag daw silang mag-isolate while defensively, stay home and don't help too much on Stephen Holt, lalo na kapag hindi kailangan. Balik sa inyo, Sir 7 Doc J.
Well, this is the frequent mantra of Richard Del Rosario when we had our courtside reporters. It's the defense of Ginebra is always concerned about. Huh?
Yeah. Saka medyo hindi rin masyado maganda na yung penetration ni Japeth. So pinasok niya si Gray. Goes a little bit smaller. Lets Rosario play as the center, no?
And this is where you probably miss more Scotty Thompson, the slashing, the rebounding. What he does, those little things, buffing, the attempt will not drop when Riley Grisby takes it away.
Riley hasn't made a long outside shot yet in this ball game.
Yung spectacular
Yung mga 4-point, 3-point na ilang beses na siyang libre na hindi niya ma-shoot.
step back three. Scoops out.
Hindi talaga maganda percentage ng Ginebra, lalo na sa perimeter and from the outside.
Buffin already with 5 boards. Downstairs we go. Lucero swings around. It's an offensive foul.
Pang-ilan na ni Rosario yan? Dalawa.
And he's shaking his head. Haba nung elbows niya.
Ayan ang favorite play nila because he dives quickly. Yeah, but he got him on the chin too.
Brain trust of Magnolia is on her feet. Here's Riley Grigsby, his pass to the other side. Hang on. Offensive foul.
Kanino? Somebody set the screen, si Rosario siguro.
Yep, it is Don Rosario. You got it, Dr. J. And a long horn. And Magnolia Chicken Timplados Hotshots will utilize the full timeout.
You know, these early results in conferences, I think we make too big of a deal of them. You always want to get ahead. You always want to be on top of the standings. But, you know, you don't panic when you don't. And I don't think Magnolia is going to panic. I know LA. I know what kind of personality he has. He's not a guy who panics. You know, they're going to figure it out. And hopefully they figure it out after we play them on Sundays.
As the classical rolls, an interesting quote from Tim Cohn. He knows that LA will figure this out, and he's hoping it won't happen tonight. But look at this. They're down by 12.
Yeah. And so far, their shots refuse to fall.
Wala, no?
Good defense, however. You have to credit Magnolia.
Which has been, yeah, you're so right. Huh? And the way they've used their height in this game. Here's Buffin with a shuffle against Holt. Talsik si Holt, followed up by Buffin, smothered.
Pero nagpapakita siya ng offensive rebounding today si Buffin. And that really has helped his team. Nagminti siya, pero nandun pa rin siya. You know?
In other words, may extra possession sila, di ba? Second or third try at the basket, then the baseline inbound with the 13-second shot clock at 6:17 to go.
Ganda pasa.
Oh, yes, sir.
Tulog yung dumidepensa doon. Kaya nakakat ng ganun yun.
61-47. This is now the largest lead.
14 points.
And so far, no rally in sight for Barangay Ginebra. Troy.
Ayaw talaga tumama. You know. They were 40% in the first half of play from three-point territory, but now it's really bad in this quarter, Seb.
Yes, sir, Dr. J. And ayaw tumama, no?
Ayaw.
Si Holt, ang ganda ng umpisa, pero hindi tumuloy. Uy, gandang crossover. Banda, paborito. Hindi lang pumasok.
Pero sa kanila pa rin ang bola.
Lastimosa collects it. Buffett.
Kaliwang kamay na dunk. Ay, ilan yan? 20?
21.
Ayun, sino nakashoot to?
Ito si Rosario sa kabila.
3-point shot ba yan? Hindi.
Dos lang.
So 4 points in the ball game. Mabilis ang pangyayari nun.
Kasi nag-dunk tapos tinakbo eh. Downstairs, dunk ba? Hindi. Masyado masikip. Naganawa ng paraan isang galang, hindi umubra ang pectus.
Good defense there by the red shirts. Want to get something going for themselves.
Some kind of rally that'll perk them up, you know?
Yeah. Ayan, dalawa tatlong tira. Oh, that's gonna be a foul there on
Barroca.
Barroca.
Play of the game, meanwhile, brought to you by Sports Plus. Barroca with his third foul.
Yan pang ano yun eh, slam dunk contest.
Yeah. On the side.
Yun, no? Penalty na ang Magnolia. So, free throw shots para kay RJ.
Barroca has been drawn out. I think it's Alfaro who's back in, who hit a 4 in the first half.
Yeah, the only guy who hit a 4-point shot in this ball game.
Barrientos have 4 points. He needs to explode here for Ginebra. Huwag naman explode. Erupt. This might be more appropriate. Get him going. First free throw is in the bag. Earlier tonight, rain or shine, winning against Meralco.
A close match again.
All the way to the end.
Yeah, as usual. Nakita ko pa nga si on the way in. Yung asawa ni Coach Jenny at saka yung kanyang anak na babaeng attorney. Gulat nga ako, I haven't seen them a long time. They called me. I said, congratulations, you have a 4-game winning streak after losing to first 2 games.
Yeah. I saw Boss Raymond yesterday in the mall. We talked about that too. Oy, that's a dribbling violation. Huh?
Meron na dribbling, may walking, hindi pa rin natatawagan.
And when you're behind and your shots are not working.
All of those are what you would call masakit sa ulo.
I was about to say something more euphemistic, but you put it so correctly, Dr. J.
Masakit sa ulo yan.
Okay.
Buti, hindi pa nga nagwawala masyado si team eh.
Kasi isang traveling kanina ngayon, dribbling
Yung traveling kanina, maliwanag sa araw, kaysa sa araw pa yun.
Gray's attempt, there's a foul.
Kabawa naman ito si Jeff.
Jeff's one of the nicest guys, actually, you know.
Bata ko yan eh.
Talaga.
He refereed for me in the NCAA 2016. But he always had some problems with the coaches. Especially one which I would not mention.
Okay.
So, but anyway,
Is it
he worked hard. He worked hard.
communication problem or personality na?
Sometimes, something like that. Personality na ng tao. But he works hard. He tries hard, you know. And he worked his way up. Yeah. Naglakas ng loob na, you know, mag-apply.
Hindi pwedeng hindi ka matapang pag referee kailangan eh. In the meantime, down the middle, Lastimosa to the trailing. Lucero, that misfires. Riley Grigsby scores and a +1 coming up.
Actually, for me, the match was a little bit late. Nung kuha niya Barrientos, pamigay na kaagad. Riley was way ahead of the pack. But it could turn out to be a blessing in disguise. Baka three-point play at saka pangatlong foul na ni ano yan.
Di Buffin.
So it could be a blessing in disguise type of play. Siyam na lang ang lamang dito. Under 5, short na short.
Short na short.
Yeah.
And the lead is 9 points from a high of
14 yata.
14. Nag-gis dalawang beses ng first stop. Here comes the pop-out by Alfaro.
Post play si Lucero, they couldn't get him the ball.
Alfaro free for a 4.
Yeah, look good.
Yes, it did.
Pero 24-second shot.
The shot clock catching up with his release.
Dahil hindi tumama sa ring yun. Kung tumama yun, tuloy yun. Because it was released in time. Pero hindi tumama sa ring.
Domo kang diretso, no?
Yung time out dito, ang Ginebra.
Okay, we'll allow the teams to huddle up. We'll take a short break here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Balik po tayo dito sa Smart Araneta Coliseum para sa gabi ng Manila Clasico para sa conference na ito. Lamang pa rin ang Magnolia ng Siyam, 63-54.
But if you have followed Magnolia, this conference, they've had a lot of heartaches, no? When they've lost in the end game or in the fourth quarter, that they've been in contention, that they've been there. That's why if you're Barangay Ginebra fan naman, you can't give up. You have to stay in the game.
And given the team standings,
Yeah,
each win is so precious.
I mean, like I said, if Magnolia loses this one, they may have to, that will be their fifth game, no? So it's 1-4. They may have to win 4 of their next 5. 80%, no?
And with the way Rain or Shine and Phoenix
Well,
are
yung
set to
Phoenix,
play.
makaisa, dalawa na lang. Ano na sila, problema na agad sila.
Abarrientos gives it over to Holt. Back to RJ. RJ will try something, you can tell.
6 seconds on the shot clock.
Alfaro sticking close. He's in his face. Distracted the shot.
Not much ball movement at all. The ball stayed dead here on top of the key, no?
Sila ni Holt, ano?
No, and dun hindi natutuwa si sigurado. Because that's not their game.
Lucero swings it over to Buffin on the other side. Alfaro, ball lead.
Ayan, bilis lang pasa, no?
Yes, here's Lee. Thought about it. Back to Lucero. He likes Lucero. This 3 will not work.
Ayaw pumasok.
Tanggalang, yes.
Offensive rebounding again. But Lucero's production has gone completely cold here in the third quarter.
Yes. Sanggalang has registered 6 points. Riley Grigsby attacks. Draws the double coverage.
I have to give this guy an effort. They're really covering his strong side. They're forcing him to his weak side, but he's trying to take it very hard to the basket. And at least he's getting to the free throw line. But his production is way below what he can really give them once he gets that outside shot going.
De La Rosa is here, and we have a chance to go to Eileen Shea.
Sir 7, Doc J. Riley Grigsby acknowledged getting more pressure further away from the basket as the conference progresses with teams being more familiar with his game. At kung nung una akala niya he is in a better position as he has made those outside shots previously, sa kanilang huling laro, Coach Tim Cone made sure to intervene bago siya tuluyang ma-in love sa outside shots niya. Ang bilin daw ni Coach Tim, make getting to the rim your priority and don't get 3 heavy because when you get to the rim, that's when you can make the extra passes aligning your style of play with our current system. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you very much, Eileen Shea. In the meantime, Rosario is pulled back to the bench. Koo is back on the floor. They need something from the outside, actually.
That's the reason why they also bring back Koo to rest Rosario, but at the same time, give him a chance to score from the outside.
Try
that
again.
could really spark them. Matagal pa naman ito sa third quarter, 2 minutes and 13 seconds pa ito.
The ball movement of Magnolia has been impressive tonight.
That's a nice shoe. Pink.
Oo nga. Puso ngayon sa players yan, ano? Kontra kulay, yan. Tingnan mo, pink. Riley Grigsby attacks. Lost control completely.
Yeah. You can see, pag drive niya, lumusot nga siya sa una niya, may tulong kaagad yung other white shirts, no? Big man.
Magnolia enjoying a 12-point lead. Alfaro. Switch over by Koo. Abarrientos returns to Alfaro. Sanggalang. Paul Lee playing this 2-man game. Success! Paul Lee celebrating, enjoying the way he set up that play.
Japeth, picking up his third personal foul. Palaki na naman lamang dito. Bumalik na naman sa 14.
Ilang taon na nagpapasahan si Lee at saka si Sanggalang. Ano nga? 1:34 remaining in this third quarter. Sa Tuesday, balik sa Ninoy Aquino Stadium.
Ganun ba, pare?
Oh,
August ano yun?
um,
August
2, 3, 4.
4. 4, 5. 7-9. Hanggang August 14 lamang tayo. No?
May gap tayo eh, no? Ayaw na tumama. In the meantime, Riley Grigsby
Good
takes it
rebound.
away. In the meantime, they go to the side. Gray.
Wala rin. Layo.
One more time around the block.
Hindi nila alam. As a player, walang tinamaan nyo. Alam mo, hindi nagre-reset ang shot clock dun. You have no more chances for passing the ball around that much.
Grigsby tonight with 11. The other night he had 25.
You know, ang Barangay Ginebra 7, this conference has started loss, win, loss, win. They don't want to have that same pattern going that they would lose tonight.
They need the back-to-back.
Yeah. And their next game will be on Sunday against Blackwater, then Meralco on August 14.
Barrientos, this has been his struggle tonight.
Yeah, after a 27 points, saka 11.7 lamang ang average siya eh. But people don't realize you don't have that backcourt together with Scotty Thompson. It puts a lot of pressure. Ikaw na lang binabantayan eh, sa backcourt eh.
That's why I felt kanina yung absence ni Scotty so clear. Sangala spinning like a top.
And that's the biggest lead of the ball game. Added 17-point lead.
And Sangalang has now produced 11 points. Here's the drive. Abyss outside to Riley Grigsby. Trying to set up Abyss. Cool. Can't get loose. Drives hard. Gets it to dribble in.
I like it that he finally took it to the basket to get his first 2 points. No, may foul to give pa ba? Wala na yata, no? O meron. Wala na to give ang Barangay Ginebra. Isa. Sorry.
Lee spotting the open man on the right side, and Paulie with about 5 assists already.
Yeah.
Andrada dropping the 3 to end this third quarter. And Magnolia with a strong performance all throughout the first 3 quarters. Will Ginebra have one final rally, or will Magnolia continue to douse water on any uprising? Time to summarize the first 3 quarters of play. Stephen Holt started the fire, so to speak, in the first quarter. Swishing baskets from 3-point country, missing only once.
Yeah, but there has been nobody that's been hot for them except him. And he has also cooled off here in the third quarter. No? Pero the way he started, it's really augured well for Ginebra's chances. No?
On the other hand, Lucero was the hot hand for Magnolia.
The pressure defense backfired. Nagkaroon ng layup si Sangalang.
And now the lead is at its largest at 20.
20. And remember, may quotient system ito. Right now, pag natalo ang Ginebra dito, tabla yung sila dalawa ng Magnolia at 2-3.
Yes. Koo steps back. Can't cash in on the 3. Ball is loose.
They will go to Magnolia. That's been the night for Barangay Ginebra.
Yeah.
Can't make shots from the outside.
Sa kanila kasi inspirational yung mga tres nila eh. Yung mga tira nila sa labas.
Pero it shows also that the other team has scouted you well.
I
Almost
agree,
all of their
I agree.
passing and whoever is capable of making 3-point shots, nandun yung depensa ng mga white shirts.
Has been checked eh.
Another good pass.
That's an
the
offensive
offensive foul. Maliwanag yun.
He dragged the defensive man along with him.
Although Sangalang's asking for flopping, pero binangga niya eh. So it was clear. Tumalikod dala si Eli. Wala na akong magagawa doon.
Eh, natawagan eh.
Ang dami mo ng puntos ginawa eh. Anong gusto mo? Lahat sa'yo.
Riley Grigsby now ferociously attacking. He'll visit the free throw line anew.
4 personal fouls on Sangalang. Barroca's coming back in for Alfaro. Lucero is coming in for Sangalang.
Conference average of Grigsby. So far in the game, Barangay Ginebra, 3-point country, 6 of 19. That will dribble in. In the meantime, it's 77-58. Big mountain to climb for Ginebra here.
You have to start somewhere.
10:44 remaining. Paul Lee, Lucero. Paul Lee's version of a post up. Lucero provides the pick. It's a big first attempt really by Paul Lee. There's a loose ball foul underneath.
Yeah. It's going to go against one of the white shirts holding down.
Andrada is the one called for it.
Little headway here, 18. 10 minutes and a half to go left in the ball game.
Parang each rally has been quelled, Dr. J.
Oh,
Paul Lee, Paul Hawking. Sabi ni Paul, muntik na. Kuha ko na eh. Aileen, ano meron?
Sir 7 Doc J, going into the final stretch, still trailing Magnolia, si Stephen Hall took on the role of motivational speaker, asking everyone to step up kung gusto nila makabalik sa laro. Magiging crucial daw ang first 5 minutes, kaya sinundan ito ni Coach Tim Cone, saying we need to pick up and put pressure, putting the tempo to what will favor us and defend first as Magnolia has been shooting at 51.8% from the field. Balik sa inyo.
Ano yung Doc J? One of every 2 shots, ano?
at saka missing talaga yung mga regular scorers nila. You know?
Paul Lee. High lob pass! He knew in the back of his head where Lucero was.
Si Paul has 6 or 7 assists already in
Yes.
this match.
Grigsby surrounded by Barroca.
Very tough and tenacious.
Yeah, I agree.
Magnolia.
Sobra.
Ayun, maganda pa yun.
Pinto breaking it down, however.
Nakashoot pa siya over a big man like Lucero, challenging him.
And the lead is 18. In the meantime, Paul Lee picks it up from the floor. Barroca to the other end. Lucero missed everything. Open is cool. Will he finally nail one? No. Nothing from Asis. Against 3. Kicks it outside. It's been that kind of night.
Yeah, he will stay with the red shirts.
Andrada will sit down.
Buffett will come back into the ball game.
Oh, Gomez Deliano will see action
Habi.
for the first time.
Yeah, Habi.
Javier. Short pass, Abarientos on the receiving end. Ralph Cool looks inside. Nothing working for Barangay Ginebra.
Yeah, and lots of turnovers now.
Eight minutes and 13. High loop pass open.
Sumali pa.
Lahat ng-
Coming off the bench.
Lahat ng buton. Kumiklik. Cool.
Passing off. 4
Riley.
shot or 3.
4.
Wala pa rin.
Dipsy-do. That'll work.
Challenge pa rin yun, by Buffett.
I have it from our producers that Paul Lee has 7 assists.
Yeah, 7. So, okay.
Barroca stoops down low. Gomez De Leano. Barroca wants it back. Shot clock reduced to 3. Buffin will make his move. They don't know how much time. Leano, Gomez De Leano tries. No, a little too far. At saka under duress.
Emergency na yun Yung tinira niya yun.
Nice pass. They get something finally clean. Abis on the firing end. Abis with 6 points. Magnolia is in full command of this match. The Clasico has gone their way. 81-65. We'll take a break. Huwag kalimutan mga kababayan, si Alex Ciala ay nasa finals ng Mubadalag City DC Open. Ang unang Filipina na nakaabot sa WTA 500 singles final. Huwag niyong imimiss po ito kung laban niya kay Jessica Pegula ng US. August 3, Monday, 12 midnight. Mukhang ngayon po, Dr. T, mamaya, ano ha? Ang Premier Sports 2 available on Signal Channel 273 HD and streaming on Signal Play. Good luck, Alex. Libre, binalik. 8 seconds sa shot clock. Lucero, nabitawan, ni-regain. Dumrive si Barroca, libre si Gomez De Leano. Short, 1 of 3. But the possession is still Magnolias. Downstairs we go. Tanggalang, paborito.
Swerte pa sila sa offensive rebounding.
Oo, no?
Kumalbog yung bola sa kanila. And then, Sanggalang make to pay.
15 points by Sanggalang. Kuminsan, yung bola maamo sa'yo.
Yeah. It's one of those days because they needed it so badly.
Who drives hard, but he's denied access. Riley Grigsby kicks it out to Abis. His shot won't bite, and Lucero claims another rebound.
Well, with 6 minutes to go, looking very bleak now for Barangay Ginebra. 8 rebounds.
Sorry.
8 rebounds.
I was about to say the
Lucero.
same thing. Mark Barroca. Buffin. Turner and Sangre. Oh, too much. A little too much.
Passing.
Yeah.
Too much ketchup also there. Too much mustard.
Sumarap.
Or a hot dog.
Napasarap. Okay, GAC game-changing play brought to you by GAC. May gabing ganyan, Doc J, no? For Ginebra. The crowd, no opportunity to use the chant here tonight. One of those weird
Completely
nights.
not. Tsaka yung import nila medyo, even though he has played the whole second half and having another very long night, wala talagang production niya, medyo mababa. Let's see if he can pick it up.
15 points, you know? And the rebound claimed by Buffon.
9 rebounds. Double figures rin siya. Very close to a double-double.
Post up now. Look at this, it's Pinto. And the double team results in the takeaway. Here's Pinto, who wide open.
About time. First 3-point shot conversion para sa kanya. 5 minutes to go. Not impossible. 15-point lead.
But they'll have to do something special defensively.
Yeah, but they just have to work hard, you know, and make Magnolia miss 2 or 3 baskets and put some pressure on them.
And make some on their end as well.
Yeah. That's a good stop.
Oh, that is just a stop if there ever was one. Pinto. Cool. Inside he goes, Rosario. One of those rare runs of Ginebra tonight, 5-0.
That's why team loves to put Ku there. The mga passes when people are cutting from weak side or from the roll, he gets the ball to you.
He likes the passers.
Yeah. He's a smart player. That's the advantage that he has.
Sanggalang sends it to the side. The shot will not bite. Lucero. His pass goes to the wrong party. Here comes Ginebra. The lead is just 13.
Remember, Magnolia used their timeout here already. They have a couple of years.
Rosario had lost it, regained it. Wants to go for the hole!
Yeah. Obligadong gumamit ng pangalawang timeout si Magnolia rito in this quarter.
And just when you thought the chant would not come up tonight, here it is. In slow ripples after this 7-0 run. Still a good-sized Sunday crowd here tonight, joining all of you wherever you're catching this version of the Manila Classico, which has now been dominated by Ginebra. Magnolia with the dominance, but Ginebra slowly trying to make a comeback here in the dying minutes of this fourth quarter.
Pare, sorry
No.
Nanonood kasi ako
Alam
nag-miss
ko.
kami. Natutuwa ako dyan.
Tuwa ako pag ayaw.
Ay, inulit pa ito. 3 beses na nilagay. Al Francis. Neutral muna si Al Francis kahit dahil parehong kuponan niya yan. Alam mo, pag may date ka, tayo kang halikan, dali mo rito ka. Masusubo ka.
Baka ma-Coldplay ka.
Ito, pang-apat na. Coldplay nga ito eh.
Baka ma-Coldplay ka.
Matanggal ka sa trabaho.
Baka mas malaki pa yung consequences.
Now remember, Magnolia used 2 timeouts here. Because obviously, at the 16, when it went to 16, hinito niya.
Pinipilit talaga ito.
Eh baka hindi naman sila Hindi
Oo naman.
Malay mo, pamangkin lang niya. yun,
Conclusion, baka magkapatid pa. Hindi naman.
Hindi naman siguro.
Diba?
Baka, could be a cousin, nephew, niece pala.
Ito.
Mababa.
Oh,
Si Riley, 15 points lamang. Conference average of almost 28. Si Abarrientos, 6. Average of 15.5. Troy Rosario, he's getting better now with a couple of baskets here. Si Abarrientos, pinaupo na, no?
yeah.
Si Pinto na ginamit dito, no?
And it's 83-72. One, siguro, final hurrah by Ginebra. Let's see. They're on the crest of a 7-0 run here. Buffett. The whirl, the swirl, and the score.
Ang maganda timeout yun dahil nakakuha ng 2 puntos. Medyo ano yan,
Pamatay sunog.
13 ang lamang. Tingnan natin.
Cool. Notwithstanding, Rosario stretches high for it. We have a jump ball as
Kaninang possession arrow. Ginebra's possession arrow.
yeah. Barroca and Rosario got all tied up.
Nakita mo naman yung dalawa magkaibigan yan. Na-warningan pa si LA. Luis Alfred, just in case.
Yes, he is. Louis Alfred. Yung student ko yun.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I would expect.
pumapasok eh. That's short. This will work.
Chance for a 3-point play.
Oh.
Eh kung hindi pumasok yun, hindi nakatapos ng paglalaro yun. Ano ba? Sa inyo? Nakita mo ba, hindi nakatapos maglaro dahil
Hindi na pumapasok.
hindi nakukuha yung QPI. Di ba? Last chance yan kay Abarrientos, di ba? Last push.
Last.
Okay naman yung ginawa ni Pinto dahil Pinto gives you defense. And he also made a basket.
Saka ano, di ba? Such energy when he's brought in eh.
And he's a natural point guard talaga. No? So he knows how to get his teammates the ball. Na-miss na nga niya yung N1. Na-miss pa niya yung first free throw. Split 9 points in the ball game.
.248 remaining. Here's Buffett being watched on the switch now by Ku. Zip pass inside Sanggalang. Clip by Rosario.
Talagang very small lineup na yan for Rosario to be playing as the center.
Well, they tried to go with Japeth earlier.
Yeah, but they gave up on him also. Because yung matchup niya against the 3 big men was just...
Too much to handle. Will get the second free throw to drop. On Tuesday, August 4, Titan faces Macau. And Lex goes up against TNT Tropong 5G.
5-game winning streak against a 2-game winning streak para sa TNT. Macau also has a 2-game winning streak.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Nung bumalik si Leon, nagpanalo sila eh. Talagang kulang sila na isa pang scorer eh.
Yung number 7, ano?
Yung nag-play for them in the previous conference. Guy who was, I think, lived in Laguna.
Yeah.
Scorer nila eh. No? Sayang. And then they got Kobe Lam and Raymond Kao is really playing well.
Kao is playing well. Last 2 minutes, 13-point lead. Last 2 minutes brought to you by Sports Plus.
They gotta play a little quicker.
Titan.
Foul was called, but it was called late. Buffett picks up his fourth personal foul.
LA just puts up his hands and
Yeah, because the whole bench reacted, and actually they could have gotten a warning for
bench decorum.
bench decorum. Improper bench
Bench
decorum.
decorum, yun, mas tama yun.
I mean, tisa naman yung kanyang unang free throw. Tough night.
Yeah, sobra.
Tough night for the Jeans. Who they got next?
Sabi mo,
Blackwater yata. Oh, sa ano yan? Malapit na yun.
Ninoy Aquino, Sunday, August 9.
Matagal pa. 1 week rest pala sila eh. Tapos meron pa silang game, Meralco, August 14,
Yeah.
before the break.
We take the break, you know.
And Meralco is also in dire needs of a win.
Yeah.
3-game losing streak naman yun.
Yung kanina, they had it, they had their chances, but yung Reynosan just found their character in the end game. 1:19 to go.
May go-to guys sila eh. 4-point shot. Nagbabalibol sana si ano, hindi na inabot.
Nag-alalibero sana si Troy. Pero ito palagay kong middle ito mo. And some of the fans have written the results.
Their decision. They stayed as long as they could. They held their ground, eh, diba? Talagang they hoped that everything they could make the comeback, but they just couldn't do it tonight.
The shooting did not cooperate.
Yeah. Saka exceptional shooting ang Magnolia in the first half.
Parang that set the tone.
And then they were able to cruise to this victory.
And they got production from the low post from Sangalang.
They got better production from their import today also. Look, another rebound there.
Fighting for it. Kicks it outside. Barroca wants a basket.
Nag-timeout si Coach Tim Corn. Probably to tell them, you know, let's put it down. Let's put it down. Let's score on this play.
Get used to something under
Yeah.
the time duress, 32 seconds.
Yeah, at saka I remember, among the coaches, he's one of the coaches, yan siya. Sila Chot. Ang alam ko, Norman. And even then, magaling sa yung mga plays to be able to get points for the team.
Yung coming out, time out then.
It's very important, you know.
And the legend of LA Tenor, we were beginning to talk about the number of games he had played
Mamaya,
continuously.
pag interview niya, sasabihin naman niya, akala ko hindi na kami mananalo ulit.
Then of course he had
Really, you can see he feels the pressure.
yeah, and he
Feels
had
the
his
pressure.
health issues,
And
but he
you
managed
know,
to come
si Al
back.
Francis really loves him as a player because he's really helped this team win a lot of championships in the past. Yung Ginebra. Ito, sasaksak ito. Talagang pipilitin pumuntos dito. Kaso,
Wala talaga. Hindi maka...
that's not his game.
Hindi.
Except when he goes to the left.
Pinipilit ng Magnolia mag-right siya.
Yeah, of course, everybody is scout. Everybody has done it to him. I saw it from the very first time I saw him. Now they will not shoot, which is the right thing to do. Hindi na kailangan. Easy. Malaki ng plus sa'yo yun.
I think the final count will
And
be
for
88-73.
two friends, two bosses, and you can see the crowd was really happy. The congratulations yung dalawa.
And Magnolia with a decisive, authoritative win against Ginebra in this version of Manila Classico. And it's time to meet our player of the game. And Xavier Lucero emerges as that best player of the game, Dr. J. Just a great performance by Lucero.
Only 2 points in the second half, pero yung first half niya was 22 points, 10 rebounds. Tsaka percentage niya mataas talaga, partner. I mean, look at these bombs that he made in the first half of play. No?
At saka sila ni Paul Lee connive nicely for
Paul
the
Lee.
win tonight. Okay, that'll do it for us for the Classico for this version of it, and it's 88-73. In behalf of Dr. J and Eileen Shi, we'll say goodnight from RPTV, but we wish to see you on Tuesday when the games return as Titan faces Macau, and we'll have NLEX putting on the line its 5-game winning streak against Tropang 5G. That's also on its own version of a run. So the Clásico joins the pages of the PBA's history book. Different version, different results. But this rivalry will continue through the years, and you, the fans, have made this possible. And these players will continue to respond to the love that you have given to them. Good night from the Smart Araneta Coliseum.
Magnolia Hotshots take the W in this Manila Clásico match, and our best player of the game is Xavier Lucero. Xav, congratulations. You seem to be everywhere tonight. You were guarding the import of Ginebra. You were also that lift that Magnolia needed offensively. What allowed you to have that kind of all-around impact for Magnolia tonight?
My shot was falling tonight in the first half, only in the first half, but that was big for us, but, I take pride in my defense, so trying to hold the import, he's a good player. He plays at a high level, G League guy, so try to go out there and do the best I can to give our team the best chance we can to win.
Earlier in the pregame, Coach Ellie mentioned that this Manila Clásico would really test the character of this team. What does pulling out this win say about where the team is right now?
We're not where we want to be, but this is a big win for us because we needed it. Desperately needed it, especially after a tough one on Friday. So we're happy to have it. We'll take it. It's not the best win, but we'll take them all.
We had a great amount of fans here at Araneta to watch this Manila Clásico game. Xav, do you have a quick message for all of them?
Everyone, thank you so much for coming out. I hope you come to the next one, and we appreciate the support so much. To all my family back home, I love you so much. Thank you for staying up and watching. Miss you guys and my girl.
Thank you so much, Xav. Congratulations. Once again, our best player of the game, Xavier Lucero. Let's now turn it over to the post-game press conference.
Congratulations and good evening, Coach L.A. Great defensive effort in limiting Barangay Ginebra to below 20 from the second quarter up until the fourth. At dagdag pa dyan, yung paglimit rin kay Riley below his usual averages. What did you think of the defensive effort Magnolia put up against Riley, making him more of a passer tonight?
No, again, I have to give credit to my players. No, they really came out this game. It's hard. It's hard after a really frustrating or disappointing loss last Friday, and then we came out aggressive defensively on today's game. Give credit talaga to my players. They responded really well dun sa challenge na binigay ko sa kanila. I told them that this game will be a defensive game. Knowing Coach Tim and knowing Barangay Ginebra, they really take pride on their defense. No, so I told them that we're gonna bleed each points, but defensively we have to make them work also. No, we have to be assertive also, or more so, on our defense against their execution, because I know that Ginebra is really good at executing their offense. No, so we really take pride on our defense on today's game. Yes, we had a very okay offensive night. This guy's shooting threes also. So I mean, offensively, I just told them every time you stop, just be confident. Instead of turning the ball over. So just shoot the ball. At least may chance. Diba? So, but I really like what I saw with the whole team is really the defensive effort. Playing Ginebra is not easy. I told them it's always hard to play Ginebra.
The Manila Clásico was important for many reasons, aside from the continuing rivalry between these two storied teams of the PBA. Dr. J, you put it so correctly because Magnolia needed this game.
Yeah, they needed it badly. But like I said, Ginebra needed it also. To more or less, you know, your first purpose when you play the elimination round is to make the quarters. You know, like I said, it's not tawag dito, it's not how you start, but how you finish.
Correct.
But you cannot finish if you cannot get to the playoffs. So that was a big advantage if Ginebra could have picked up its third win and really put the pressure on Magnolia. But Magnolia refused to die, in other words, early. You know, they realized the importance of winning this fifth game of theirs in the first round.
It was a Lucero Holt show with supporting cast represented by Buffin as well as Japeth Aguilar. 25-24. Then some separation happened in the second quarter.
Yeah, you can see here as Magnolia is trying to push. Easy layup here.
Abis, who came off the bench, he offers a good two-way performance for Team Con each time he's
Look at the way they move the ball very
sir.
quickly. And then the step back here and money by Buffett.
And you'd like the fact that he was also aggressive on the offensive board, Dr. J.
Yeah, he got 2 offensive rebounds and a putback, you know, in that second quarter.
Rosario taps it in.
Rosario is really a good rebounder. It's one thing that he can do well. He just has to finish a little bit better and make free throws. 3-point shot, this is what he's talking about the whole night.
Sweet shooting Magnolia tonight.
Yeah.
They set the pace. They developed.
Kaya nga hot
the-
shots eh, but-
Well. Now that you mention it, it's so succinct. And so at the end of the first half, a 10-point lead, which was established twice.
It's being
Third quarter.
built up every quarter. Huh?
Yeah. And Buffin was right there in the party
this
with
one.
this one. Sabi mo nga, pang slam dunk contest eh.
Yeah. And really, if you give it to them, they were lucky with the ball. Ball kept on bouncing to them, getting offensive rebounds and the putback. No?
You know, on the other side of the floor, Riley Grigsby tried to get his team going. Had some chances. He drove harder to the basket, but success did not come too frequently on that drive. And then this third quarter was also marked by the game of Ian Sangalang.
Yeah, Sangalang really the big fourth quarter here. A lot of finishes underneath the basket. Third quarter and fourth quarter. That's the biggest lead of 18. It went up to 20, if I remember correctly.
You're correct. 7 points by Sangalang in the third.
Another one.
Another one here on a turnaround favorite shot. That area is his.
But there was nobody to contend with. Japeth no longer played, and Rosario sat down for a majority of between the third and the fourth.
A long stretch. And Buffin will put some of the final touches with this pirouette. And it was just a matter of time. That quelled the rally.
Yeah.
Ginebra.
Remember, they were forced to call a timeout. It went down to 11 or 10, I think.
Yes, there was a 7-0 run by Ginebra, and now Barroca puts the final period to this win by Magnolia. 88-73. We'll see you all on Tuesday at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium. So that's it from us, from the Smart Araneta Coliseum. The Clásico is in the books.